it's Cassie and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog where I read the highest and lowest rated books on my physical TBR. I've wanted to do this video for quite a while, so I already know what the books are. So actually it kind of changed recently, so let's just get into what I'll be reading. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both those will mean the absolute world to me. My Goodreads will be linked in the description box below if you want to add me on there, and let's get into the video. If we go on to my Goodreads, I'm decent at updating my physical TBR. I try to keep it updated on there. Sometimes I miss a book or two, but until recently, the highest rated book on my TBR was House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. I still haven't read this yet. I did technically read the prologue, and I do want to read this, but this is the reason that I've been putting off this video for a while. But now this isn't the highest rated on my TBR, so that has a rating of 4.52 with 163,145 ratings. I thought like a lot of people didn't like it. I heard it very mixed reviews, so it's still got a pretty high rating for having such mixed reviews. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I actually bought what is now the highest rated thing on my physical TBR, and that is Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Oseman. This is a graphic novel for those of you that do not know. It is super popular. The whole series is now a Netflix series if you don't know. This has a rating of 4.53, so only 0.01 higher than House of Sky and Breath, but it has 456,633 ratings, so a lot more people have read it. This will be what I'm rating for the highest rated on my TBR. This follows Nick and Charlie. They become friends in class. They sit next to each other in class and become friends, and for Charlie it becomes more. Doesn't think there's a chance for anything more, and then Nick is struggling with his own feelings and possible identity, so we just follow their friendship growing. So I'm really excited for this. Really quick, easy read. I'll probably read this first. Actually, I know I'll read this first because I'm doing a 24-hour readathon this weekend, so I'm gonna read this weekend, but I'm really excited for it. Super cute. But then we go down to the lowest rated. So I had checked out what was the lowest rated, and this rating has gone down since I last checked. I can't remember exactly what the rating was, but it was low or higher than this. So this book, before I tell you what it is, it has a 3-star rating, 3.00 rating with 3,639 ratings, and that is Next to Die by Sophie Hannah. I want to say it had like a 3.07 or 3.05, which isn't super like different, but it definitely has gone down. I had wanted to read this book before I got back into reading. I'd seen it places, but I knew I wasn't reading, so I didn't buy it. And then I bought this on Book Outlet probably a year and a half ago, and I still haven't read it yet. It sounds really interesting, so it's disappointing that it is so low, but it's almost 400 pages, which sometimes when mysteries end up being that long, they end up being a little not great. One thing is this is part of a series, but I think it's part of like a detective type of series, like not one that you have to read in order. And I'm just gonna go with that because I'm gonna read it and I already own it. Because this is number 10, I'm not gonna read 10 before I read this, especially if it has this low of a rating. A psychopath the police have dubbed Billy Deadmates is targeting pairs of best friends, killing them one by one. Before they died, the victims all received a small white book, blank except for 2 lines of text, a different message for each victim. Can't catch him, can't find a motive, and don't know what the white books symbolize. A woman disturbed by a police request on the news comes forward. What she reveals shocks the investigators. Kim, a stand-up comedian, received one of those weird little books. A stranger gave it to her at one of her gigs last year. Was the stranger the psycho killer? Kim has no friends and trusts no one, so how and why could Billy Deadmates care about her? But if she's not in his crosshairs, then why was she given one of those strange books? And who will be the next to die? It sounds interesting, but we will see if it's that low of a rating. Maybe I'll love it. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll be the weirdo that likes it. It's a really cool premise, so we shall see. So these are what I'm gonna be reading in this vlog. I'm like quite sure I'm gonna love this, and I have high hopes for this. We shall see. Probably reading this first. 99% sure I will be reading this first, so I will let you know what I think. But it's the next day, and I am just going to start Heartstopper, so I thought I would let you know. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be so cute. I don't know if I'm gonna read it in one sitting or if I'm going to read some today and then some tomorrow. We'll see how long it takes me to read this, but I believe I already told you guys what this one was about. So just thought I'd let you know I'm starting it, and I am pumped. Finally, I've been waiting to start this clip for like 10 minutes because my hot air was on. But hello, it is the next day. So I came to give you an update on Heartstopper. I read this in one sitting, less than an hour, super quick, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super cute, super fun first installment. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. I don't know why it just doesn't feel like 5 stars, but I feel bad not giving it a 5-star rating, which it's stupid like that. Why would I feel bad? But you know, because it's so good and there's nothing super wrong with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So I don't know why. I just don't feel like 5 stars, but 4 is an incredible rating. So like, it's probably like 4.5, but you know, Goodreads lacking on the 0.5 ratings. I really enjoyed it, and I will definitely be continuing the series. If you've been thinking about checking it out, definitely do it. It is worth the hype, super good. You can read this so many different times really quickly, so I love that. It felt nice to read something really quickly. Highest rated. Do I think it should be the highest rated thing on my TBR? Well, on my TBR, I don't know, because I haven't read the stuff on my TBR. I would give it a 4.5, which the average rating is a 4.52 or 3. So I give it what its average rating is. I think that's a pretty good outcome for the highest rated. We shall see with this one. I don't know. I'm not picking this up yet. I don't know when I'm picking this up. Might not be for a while. So I will let you know probably when I'm like halfway through this. I'm a little nervous for this. I'm trying not to go into it with super low expectations, but also not high expectations at all. So far, it's been a win. Hello. So it is quite a while later, and I am finally reading The Next to Die. I am actually just over halfway, so I thought I should come and talk to you guys. It has taken me a hot minute to get halfway through. I think I've been reading this for maybe a week. I don't really remember when I started. This is the Tuesday before this video is supposed to go up, so I need to finish this. Let's talk about it. I've talked to you about what this is about, I believe. There's this serial killer, Billy Deadmates, that kills best friends. Before he kills them, he gives them a white book with half of a poem or half of a line to a poem in it, and their best friend gets the other half. And then we follow Kim, who is a comedian, and she remembers getting one of these books a year ago and at one of her shows, and for some reason she's still alive. This is technically part of a series. It's like close to the end of a series, and I believe it's like a detective / police series. So it's one of those series that you shouldn't have to read in order. Like, technically you don't have to read them in order. They'll just have like maybe small callbacks to past cases, or some of the characters are the same. It should all be explained enough that you don't need to read the rest of the series. In this, we've got about a gajillion characters, and that's my biggest dislike for this. There are so many detectives and different rankings of police looking into this case, and so having so many of them has made it low-key confusing. That's like the main gripe I have with this. Too many characters that maybe they're important to the series, but since I haven't read the rest of the series, they seem kind of unnecessary. Not that I think one detective can do everything, but like, there's too many, and since I'm only reading this one book, they're not fleshed out enough that I recognize them as their own people. So like some of my complaints with this have to do with the fact that I haven't read any of the rest of the series, I think, because there are storylines separate from the serial killer and Kim storyline that I really don't care about, and they're just so, why are we talking about this? So I'm not enjoying those. And like, to be honest, not much has happened. Not much has happened at all. I was struggling with this for quite a while, so I got the audiobook, even though when I tried the sample I did not like the narrator, but I like was reading 2 pages a day. So I needed the audiobook, and that is how I've gotten through this. I have it on 2.5 speed because they talk so slow. I'm not a fast audiobook girly. Like, the most I've ever done is 2 times speed, and that's usually too fast. That's usually like, that is the max. So I mean, it's going by decently fast. I feel like I could even put it up like 0.1 or 0.2 even more faster. We also get little chapters from a book that Kim Trebek writes after Billy Deadmates is caught, so we like know that that happens. It's all about her connection to his case and how her life got changed by that, and some of it I like, some of it meh. I'm feeling very meh about this book, so it having a 3-star rating, average rating right now, I understand, and I can't, unless the second half is absolutely brilliant, most amazing book I've ever read, well, maybe not that good, but like, unless it's really, really good, I don't see myself giving it more than a 3 stars, and I could unhaul this easily. If I wasn't reading this for this vlog, I would have DNF'd it and probably gotten rid of it and been fine with it, which is weird for me. I try not to really do that since I spent money on the books, but I haven't really enjoyed it enough. But I'm going to finish this today because it is December 20th today, and today's a day off, and then I work every day up to Christmas, and then it's Christmas, and I have to have this video out, or this is the only video I have planned to go out on Friday, so I need to finish this. It says I have 2 hours and 52 minutes left on the audiobook, so we are finishing that today. It's pretty early in the day still, so it's very possible I just also have to edit and upload a video for tomorrow. And then I'll be done with Vlogmas, and I will do it successfully. So I am not letting myself fail on the last 2 uploads of Vlogmas. So this book will not cause me to fail because I have no backup plan for a video. So, and I will talk to you tonight, I think. Maybe tomorrow morning, but probably tonight, about my thoughts on this one. So catch you soon. It is later now, and I officially finished. I think I started this video in this shirt. I just realized I wear other clothes than this. I started this video like a month ago, so anyway, it's hours later. I finished the book a couple hours ago, and I'm here to round up my thoughts and let you know. We'll figure out if Goodreads is usually kind of right with the right ratings. I forgot something I wanted to talk to you guys about. One thing I didn't like in this book is how feminism was talked about, and everything surrounding feminism in this book, it just seemed, it was just not it. I don't even know how to say it without giving stuff away, but there is one character who is a feminist through and through. They paint her very negatively. In a couple instances it's fine, but they make like feminism look like everyone that's a feminist is a psychopath. So I didn't really like that. Overall, this book was too long, 400 pages for nothing to happen. Straight up, that's first thing. There was barely anything that happened in this, and let me tell you, the twist, I have never rolled my eyes so hard. You're gonna tell me I read 400 pages for the twist to be that? Oh my god, like what? I literally laughed out loud because I was like, what the heck am I reading? That's not supposed to be funny. The twist is not supposed to be funny, but I could not help but smile because it was so ridiculous. Don't waste your time with this. Nothing really happens. Then the twist is definitely not worth it. It made me so angry that I gave it 1 star. 1 freaking star. And I don't give books that low of ratings. I've never rated a book 1 star. Are you happy to be the first? Don't read this. The 1 star might be a little reactive, but like I just feel in my heart that it is 1 star. If you want to know what the twist is, you can always DM me on Instagram or whatever. I just don't want to say it and spoil it for people that don't want to know. But I think this is the worst book I've maybe ever read. And no offense to Sophie Hannah, you go girl. She's got lots of books people like written for Agatha Christie, like I forgot what it's called, The State of Agatha Christie. So like go off, that's great for you, but this book was not it. This premise sounds so good and it meant absolutely nothing. I mean, it meant something, but you should have saved it for another twist because it could have been so good and it was just not. I probably won't pick up another book from this author personally. I don't even know how it has a 3. I saw people rating it 5 stars and I'm like, I try not to judge, but 5 stars? 5. Even to tell me that this was super enjoyable and it had a good twist. Maybe I would have liked it more if I read the other books. But I don't even know if I would have because the characters weren't that compelling. Too many characters, too many side different lines. I had no idea what was going on half the time, even though not that much was going on. So having 3 stars as its rating I think is correct, or like it should be lower. And like if you enjoyed this, I'm not trying to be rude to you at all. Go for like go you. I would love to know what you really liked about it, to be honest. I had decently high hopes for this when I bought this. I kept seeing it places and I wanted to rate it. It sounded so good. Bought it. Kind of still had it a little hyped in my head, and then I saw that it was a low rating and I thought, I'm gonna be the one that loves it. I'm gonna like it. And I wasn't the one. I don't like it. I will be unhauling this next time I unhaul books. So Goodreads was correct with my highest and my lowest. Because yeah, this would be my least favorite book I think I've ever read. This or The Initial Insult, and I gave The Initial Insult 2 stars. So. And Heartstopper was really good. It wasn't the best book I think I've ever read, but it was like top. I loved it. Super good. True to its rating. So I think this video was like proved that Goodreads was correct. But I do have my next video coming out. My last video, Vlogmas, is reacting to my top 5 and bottom 5 books that I've read according to Goodreads average rating. I had some feelings about that, so definitely check that out because Goodreads might not always be correct. But I think this video for these 2 books and this video, it seems like it was. I definitely want to do this video again or a different type of reiteration of this. So if you have any other like letting Goodreads kind of choose my TBR type of video, let me know in the comments down below and I will definitely do it because I had a fun time with this one. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both those would mean the absolute world to me. Oh, I actually just lied. This is my last video for Vlogmas, so I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas. I had fun with it. It was a little stressful at times, but overall I had a fun time with it. And that Goodreads video will be the video before this. I'm just editing it right now, so that is why I was thinking that. Silly. But also let me know if you've read Heartstopper Volume 1 or Next to Die by Sophie Hannah, and if you agree with the Goodreads rating or whatever. Let me know all your thoughts down below. I think that's it for me, and that's it for Vlogmas. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!